Hi there. I'm having here an inspired minute. I want to share some information about your aura. I want to share some insights and some visions um, I have. First of all, what is an aura? Aura is this energy you have around you, from you, as this energy. And we measure that this energy is moving like a torus, like a donut, and it flows the strongest from your heart. You're creating this energy field. This field is a bit like an extension of who you are, like an energetical body. So just as you may define this is the end of your body, you have an extension of your body, and you can still sense on the refined level from your aura. And your aura is also indicating, energetically, it's indicating an orientation. You know, we look at the body and we can see all kinds of signs. Yeah, we can see the emotions, we can see maybe what somebody's thinking, and we can maybe see the feelings. There is a lot of correspondence between what the physical body shows and what's happening in your inner world. And I know many train to hide it, but actually your body is always communicating what's happening, and doctors can read. Yeah, they can read if there are some red spots, some yellow spots. You can read the health. Similarly, your aura also communicates your health, also communicates your inner realm. So your aura is communicating an inner essence, an orientation, an identity that is being portrayed out. And, you know, we often define that our physical body is the end of what we call the inside. And yet our aura is extending further than our physical bodies. And I found out that for me, and it also has to do with the geometry of a torus, which is if we follow the flow of a torus, it flows inside and outside. And therefore I find that the aura is very strongly this bridge between the inside and the outside. And I find that what many people point at for the law of manifestation has a lot to do with your aura, with changing the frequency of your aura. So what is this aura made from? Okay, we say energy, sometimes we say consciousness, but I'd like to go a little bit even more precise. For me, this energy, it is, I call it charged particles. So for me, it's not just one field, but it is a field made out of particles. The analogy of water doesn't fully work, but it's close to it. Imagine you have a flow, you have a river, you have maybe the sea, but yet you could identify every drop of the sea, which doesn't fully work in water. But in the energetical sense, you have particles. You can have clumps. You can have bigger particles. You can have smaller particles. And to my experience, these particles are sometimes, there may be constellations within your aura, like some of these particles, and all of them also, there are different levels, are quantumly entangled, which means that they, when you affect one, the others in the constellation are also affected. And these constellations are geometries. literally geometries, are like cubes, are like spheres, are like pyramids, are like these types of beautiful pyramids, and they like spin in your aura. They like float, and they're made out of light particles, charged particles. And while they are in your aura, you can choose to make them spin in this direction or in this direction while they are flowing in and out of your system. And this is maybe a bit strange, but since they are light particles, they vibrate at light speed. And they already exist at light speed. When you add more movement, when you spin it, it adds, to my knowledge, an extra dimension, because, little secret, the limit vibration of this dimension is the speed of light. So going faster than the speed of light is like having an authority over this dimension. It's having more knowledge, it's having more visibility of the future. And this is actually how to pray as well. Yeah, it's like you're having this intention, this prayer, this wish, and this wish is going to have an effect over time. So with those geometries, they're spinning and they're going around. Sometimes when we are just not aware of our body and we take an awareness and acknowledgement of where is my energetical body, you may feel your energy being all kind of sparkly, spinkly, and like you have all kinds of dots everywhere, shimmering like stars, but really, the smallest particle ever. It's similar, like the particles is similar to the old televisions when there was no more channel displayed and there was this snow and you had these black and white dots. For me, the aura is very similar. It's like these very small dots, and they like move incredibly fast, and they're very, very, very precise. And here comes the beauty of it. It's like when you have all this snowy energy around you, you automatically may, at times, observe certain patterns in it. And they may still seem chaotic to you. And you may see different colors, for example, and then you may see, oh, here's a constellation, here's a constellation. Let me configure, let me change the geometry in my aura to put this type of coherence, this type of coherence. And then I'm going to spin it here or there slowly. And when you do that, you're starting to generate this prayer into your system, and it's going to run automatically in your field at light speed, running, and you don't have to think about anything. It's just happening naturally. And to give you a image, it blew my mind when I saw this in my aura for the first time. To give you an image of understanding how your aura functions, look at fishes, a swarm of fishes, and look how in an instant they all shift together in one direction. This is a perfect representation of how your aura works. They often also swim in like a tornado and in this sort of torus. Yeah, there is a tornado on the top and a tornado on the bottom in a torus. Sometimes they literally do a torus, but if you look, this tornado, this vortex, that's your energy field. Yeah, And just the intention of geometry, of coherence, is creating a community, a togetherness, a coherence, like a synchronicity of your energy field is like, it's just snapping into order. And it's so beautiful. So that is then after your relationship between the outside and the inside. You have order. And I know it's still a big discussion, order and chaos. Yeah, I'm not making moral judgments here. Also, when you look at the swarm of birds, isn't it gorgeous to see all those animals synchronized? They're all, to my interpretation, they're all tapping into a feeling. They're quantumly entangled. And it's the feeling, it's the group consciousness in that feeling, sensing it, evolving from it, from all the stimuli, either from the outside or from the inside, from the metaphysical realm. And there comes this birth, this intention, this sprout of like, oh, creation. Creation is my expression, even as a group. Maybe some of you, some of the sensitive ones, recognize how certain thoughts, and they may be beautiful, are not yours. They're like collective desires to anchor freedom, peace, and heaven on earth. And you just are tuned like a radio on that signal and are aligned physically to manifest that. So I hope you learned something, and be very happy to receive comments. How do you perceive the aura? I think every picture I see of an aura has a perspective of truth, and there's still so much to discover. So